Hey guys, it's Raul again, and today I'm going to be bringing you a special video because currently it is Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanic Heritage Month takes place between September 15th and October 15th, and it's basically just a month to celebrate Hispanic heritage. Me being Hispanic, I am 100% Puerto Rican, am taking part in, obviously, Hispanic heritage, so there's a couple of books that I am planning on reading throughout this time between September and October 15th, and a couple of other books that I have already read by Hispanic authors that I just wanted to recommend. If you guys do decide to pick up a book written by a Hispanic author to read through this month, so let's do this. So the first book that I wanted to recommend to you guys is The Winner Stands Alone by Paulo Coelho. This book is a multiple perspective. There's three different main characters, and it kind of takes place within this one night. So at the each chapter is divided between times, and it starts very early in the morning this one day, and then all of the events that transpire throughout this day, and it revolves around like an award show. I know one of the main characters is newly introduced to fame, and it's kind of the story that's going around them and her kind of coping with the fact that there's all these people now around her, everybody loves her and that kind of thing, and she's not used to it. So then it's all of the events happening throughout this award show and what's going on. This is the first Paulo Coelho book that I ever read. I really enjoy his writing. I like his storytelling. It's a little slow, the pacing's a little slow, but it is really interesting, and by the end you get this like very tragically poetic story and ending to everything. So I thought it was really enjoyable. If you guys have not picked up anything by Paulo Coelho, I would definitely pick this one up because I really enjoyed this one. The next book on my recommendations list is Like Water for Chocolate by Isabel Allende. I absolutely loved this book. This is a very tiny book too, so this is something that a lot of people may be able to read in one sitting. My copy is very bad condition because I spilled a bunch of iced tea on it. But the story is basically a love story told in like kind of a Mexican fairy tale-ish kind of theme, which is really, really nice. I mean, I had never really read books like this before, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not really a huge person on like gravitating toward love stories, but I really, really enjoyed this one. Like I said, it's very short, it's very unique, very different, and I absolutely loved it. You know, two main characters fall in love and kind of all of the events that transpire, but the way that it's told is just so different. It's a little hard to explain, so if you want to pick it up and check it out and see kind of what I mean by the form of storytelling that's in here, definitely do. But this is definitely one of my favorite books that I've read. And the third book that I am going to recommend to you guys may not come to you guys as much of a surprise because I have recommended it before in other videos, and that is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. This is one of my favorite books of all time. I just absolutely loved it. It's about a family and the town of Macondo and kind of all of the events that transpire within 100 years. So it's the story of their family, the rise and fall of this town. It's just absolutely wonderful, so well done. I read this book originally in Spanish when I lived in Puerto Rico for my senior year in high school, and I absolutely loved it. And since then, I purchased this in English and started reading it, but put it down because I was in the middle of these weird work transitions and trainings and stuff and wanted to pay more attention, and I just was completely getting lost at some point. So this one I will definitely pick up again to reread in English this time to kind of see what I think about the translation, because I absolutely loved it in Spanish. And this is, like I said, definitely one of my favorite books of all time. Absolutely loved it. If you guys have not checked it out and want to read something by a Hispanic author, this is definitely the highest recommendation I can give so far, because I just absolutely loved this book. Now I have a couple of books that I want to read this year throughout Hispanic Heritage Month. I've heard pretty awesome things about most of these books, so I'm really excited to kind of share them with you. The first book that I'm planning to read, and this one I'm hopefully starting today, is The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde by Junot Diaz. I've heard absolutely amazing things about this book. I know that Marinés from My Name is Marinés loved it and read it and loved it, and I'm really excited. I will be buddy reading this with Sarai from Sarai Talks Books, which I'm very excited about because I've never done a buddy read before. I will link both of their pages, down below for you guys to check out, because they are both two awesome, lovely ladies that you guys need to check out. I'm really excited. This is about a story of a boy from the Dominican Republic who kind of comes to the United States, and kind of his story of him making it here and then eventually returning to the Dominican Republic. I'm really excited. This won a Pulitzer Prize, so like I said, I'm going in here with high hopes that this will be something great, because I really do enjoy stories about Hispanic authors. There's something about Hispanic writing that is just different from, you know, American writing or traditional writing that I'm really excited for. So I'm going into this one with high hopes. I hope it's awesome. The next book that I am planning on reading throughout Hispanic Heritage Month is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sainz. Again, another book that I've heard amazing things about. It's a story about two friends and kind of their journey, and, you know, it's a coming-of-age story, which I'm really excited about. I usually, when I pick up a new book, I kind of like to read the first couple of sentences just to kind of get a feeling for the writing style, and I sat down and read the first chapter because it was really short, and I loved the writing style, loved the way that the story had already started and was being told, so I'm really excited to get into this one, because like I said, I've heard absolutely amazing things about this book and everyone who's read it, so I'm really excited to get to this one also. The third book that I'm planning on picking up during Hispanic Heritage Month, maybe cheating a little bit, I don't know, we'll see, but that is The Strain by Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan. Guillermo del Toro being kind of like the main inspiration of the book, and he was the one who kind of told the story mainly, or who made up the story mainly, so it counts, right? I mean, he's Mexican, he counts, even though he's a movie director also. But I'm really excited also to get into this one. Obviously, you know, going into October, it fits perfectly being, you know, Hispanic author and Halloween, so I'm very excited. It's a vampire story about this plane that lands at the JFK airport, and then there's no signs of life whatsoever inside this plane. So, and then, you know, the story kind of takes off from there. So I'm really excited because the show is out right now. I think they're on season 2 of the show, and I've been meaning to pick this up for the longest time because I've had this book on my shelf for probably almost a year now. So I need to get to this because I have the other 2 books in this series, and this is definitely something that I'm going to be picking up during Hispanic Heritage and going into October. So yeah, guys, that is it for my recommendations on Hispanic Heritage and my TBR coming up for Hispanic Heritage Month. So I'm really excited. Like I said, if you guys have not read any of these books or are interested in some of these books or have read these books, definitely let me know your thoughts on them. And I'm really excited, like I said, to pick up these. And if you guys have not ever picked up a book by a Hispanic author, definitely do so, because like I said, there's definitely something different, something special about a Hispanic author, and the way that they write is definitely different. Like, I can tell when there's a Hispanic author involved in it, or when it's a story told by a Hispanic author, because there's just, I don't know, like I said, there's something different about it, and I really, really enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.